we got some cards. I've done some math. I've done a lot of spreadsheets in this process. I looked at the record of every game played in one of these tournaments. I stats for almost every game. And what we come up with is a few things: power, speed, and experience. This is going to be good. Just you watch. Just you wait and watch.
I'm in.
There it is. There it is. Capture Age is working. All right, we're in. First game, Age of Empires, Winter Bash, not best of 5. Let me fix that. Best of 3. We'll see how many we played today.
First time I've done. Oh, there we go. Wait. How do I? Oh, there we go. Fog of War. There we go. All visible. That's better. So
We're caught up.
Right now.
We're getting the kinks worked out. What's going on, Cam?
That's looking good. I'm quite interested with Koala's choice for this map of picking the Vikings. Considering I would, because my thought is, I don't. You have to remind me, Tyler, but I thought the Vikings were always built for aquatic warfare with their boats and ships.
Now I don't know if Koala. They didn't do the Civ and map bans in the Discord chat, so like I don't know what their thought process is here. But I don't know if he picked them or randomed them. However, these days, with recent developer patches, by the way, Age2 hugely active in the like balance and development and everything still to this day. Recent patches, they've been trying to make infantry more viable, and Vikings are one of the civs that have really benefited from that, and they are, alongside a pretty strong economy, one of the better civs, I would say, even on land maps. Looks like they have picked Black Forest. I would assume that sillySeth banned 2 maps. We don't know which maps. And then Koala Kush picked Black Forest.
Ahead of me, so how would I catch up to?
Okay, there should be a fast forward, right?
I think I got it. Yeah.
Okay. 4:30. Here, I can. I'm not gonna stream on this.
There we go. I think I'm there. Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
I got it. I think.
So they're on Black Forest. Koala Kush just picked that for the first game. We already see a pretty significant difference in villager count. Looks like Koala Green maybe not constantly producing, maybe doesn't have the build order like I was saying. You really just get one of those, you just get a competitive advantage, especially in a pretty basic tournament like this, to keep those villagers pumping.
Yeah, Koala looked as if he got a very slow start getting the villagers out, getting the villagers queued up, and getting the homes up. But I think he's got a decent economy rolling right now. I'm not sure. Again, he's doing a good job of clearing the trees around his around his town center to hopefully clear up to those grain fields to get some more food going. So I think we're looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good so far.
We do have a note in the chat also. Yeah, it's 1 choke point in this entire map. Black Forest doesn't always do that. I think it can have more, but just the single choke point here.
Yeah, a lot of wood on this map to take advantage of as well for buildings and construction. So that as long as they take advantage of it. Opportunities for mangonels to cut some of these trees down to maybe perform a few sneak attacks, but again, that's going to be up to the players and what they want to do.
Yeah, I don't have access to the tech tree, but if you, it might pause your game. You can check the tech tree and see a lot of civs are limited from getting Siege Onager, which is the upgrade that you need to be able to chop trees with Onagers. We haven't mentioned sillySeth here in purple on the Britons. Now, one thing that slipped through the cracks with that extremely long like PowerPoint presentation that took an hour to do at the beginning here was like Civ stats and a little bit more detail like that. But Britain's by far the most commonly picked civilization in this tournament.
They are.
In this like tournament series. I don't know how it's going to go this year, but
I think you're right. Yeah, they're very easy to pick up. They have some pretty strong units. Archers being very effective. There's plenty of them. All right, we've got a barracks already up from. Got a barracks already up from. That's an interesting way for that house. We got a barracks coming up from Koala right now. Looks like he's gonna try to get some units out.
We've got quite the zoom out with this spectator mode, by the way, if you can see this.
That is very relevant. That's the first time I've actually seen this. This is
Yeah,
really
we can
impressive.
really see some details. We can also go right up to these guys and check them out. Hey buddy, how you doing?
Ready.
Looks like Koala's getting. Wow, that is very impressive. Holy smokes.
We've got a barracks coming up for sillySeth.
Looks okay. So he's answering. I am curious to see. So Koala has ventured over to Seth's side to get an idea of what he's got. Has Seth done that yet?
That green scout was killed under the TC pretty early on.
Okay.
Seth just found it. He's right under that town center. And oh, Qualikush's garrison. Is that scout gonna get away? I don't think it is. And it's dead. Wow. The APMs needed for that kind of move has got to be higher than 2. We got to give him a little bit more credit than that on the player card.
Seth going right for a blacksmith as well. That's very, so he's wanting to get those upgrades as soon as possible for his units. He's also, I just noticed he's also in the. Is he in the second age? Is he in the next age? I did not know. He's in feudal age.
Yes, sillySeth has reached feudal age. We missed it. We've got an archery range coming up for him as well. Blacksmith does usually indicate an inclination, especially when there's no pressure from the enemy, to really just focus on fighting, producing units, and sticking it out in whatever age, like feudal age that you're in right now, because you're going to want to get those upgrades. The villager count evened out a little bit more now. I think we maybe had some. It's probably because of the age up, yeah, actually.
He's getting an archer range up, so he's going to be looking to produce some archers. Maybe start going for some harass. I think that's what I'm thinking he's going to do. Koala with another barracks up at that choke point as well. So he's setting up. He is wanting to get some sort of offensive posture here. He's going for another archery range. He has hit that pop cap, so he's got to get some more homes up.
Arduous, you're right. DE is so beautiful. We love to see it. This is a good idea. This forward barracks, in theory, as we see fletching coming through for sillySeth, really going to lean into those archers.
That being said, he does need to start getting up to the next age, because that point is, I would at least. I'd like to see him get up to the next stage as soon as possible, because if he doesn't, then him being this far behind may not be a good thing.
Yeah.
Because his units will not be able to keep up with Seth's units.
Yeah, the speed in the tech up is maybe going to be the difference here. We'll see if sillySeth chooses to capitalize on that, or if he just decides to boom it out. Like I said, forward barracks, good idea in theory, but if it gets cut off, if you get overwhelmed, it's just going to be a waste of resources, because you're not going to be able to produce anything out of it without it getting picked off. We have a forward wall.
Yeah, we got a gate coming up. This is interesting.
I think he's identified.
He's just wanting to. So it looks like he's just wanting to maybe doing a little bit of poke and harass here. Definitely want to see. Definitely want to see Seth get some more units, get some more food going as well. That's going to be very important if he wants to go for a siege. Which again, he's making archers. He hasn't made any champions yet. He's going right for the archers, but.
Might note 10 villagers on gold, 12 on wood. That's basically exactly what you want for the archer push, because that's what archers cost. So you're going to be pumping those guys.
Gold. However, he is hitting that pop cap, and that is going to cost some wood for get those houses up.
This forward wood for Koala might be his undoing as well if it gets pushed. It's unfortunate.
The other problem is those units, those villagers will continue to farm forward and forward and forward, and then that will open up a very massive hole. I mean, that's what he's wanting to do. Maybe it's a plan he's got in mind, but again, that's going to be, it remains to be seen.
Yeah. Still very interesting. Koala has finally now clicked the H2 button.
Alright.
So that villager count may swing back in sillySeth's favor a little bit. Again, five military now patrolling on the front lines. Maybe just a defense force. Maybe they're moving in now.
Koala isn't aware. I'm looking at the fog of war. He is not aware of the palisade gate that's there. He is. So Seth does have some units. Oh, he's sending a few through right now. Looks like he's gonna start going for poke. Here we go. First engagement coming in right now.
sillySeth's getting attacked by a bear in the back.
There we go. He's gonna start
this engagement.
Seth's going in for the poke. Tyler. I'm sorry, Seth. No. Koala has not seen. Koala has not reacted yet.
He's not age 2 yet, even.
He's
this
behind.
is going to be very surprising for him.
What's he gonna go for
We're
here?
at 18 minutes.
Okay, villagers right away. So he's.
We have the town bell. These villagers didn't get the memo, so we're gonna have to micro those guys. Town bell, by the way, it's an okay move, especially at this level, but ultimately you want to be getting good at just selecting the villagers that you need to garrison, and manually using hotkeys to send them in.
That's good to.
Because now the entire eco is idled for Koala, and he just has nothing going on besides this wood line.
Yeah, but again, he doesn't have any. It looks like I'm not seeing any units. Let's see, maybe. Yeah, he does not have any units queued up right now for. I don't think he has any money for it. That's the problem.
Yeah, he's got a lot of wood, a lot of food, so he could go. This is what I would like to see, just scouts.
Oh, we have some more units coming through the palisade gate. Some more archers are coming through right now.
Still producing archers, good. Just keep streaming those in.
It.
And that's a GG, just like that. You poke with 5 archers, and they're out.
That is crazy.
Koala not going to be happy with that just clear speed advantage that sillySeth was able to gain there.
Wow, that was incredibly fast. 20-minute game. I remember last time. That was a really well done, really good push from Seth. He knew what to do, knew what to hit, knew where to go. Did a very good job. Koala had maybe some units to respond. He had those barracks up, so the problem is he didn't make any units. What was the problem? Other than that, really well played on Seth's part.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we almost didn't get to see anything there. But that's just how it goes when you're that far behind. You just realize.
That's how the game goes.
We've got a lot of stats on this screen. Let me see if I can statistics. There's a lot here to look at. We may not need it all. Military, you see, sillySeth is the only one producing anything in this game. We may not need it all, but it's good to know it's here. There's a lot getting tracked. Technology exploration, society, APM even is here. This is, I think, just effective APM. So it's not like if you're spamming the space bar or something, that's not going to do anything. But Koala, I don't know how this is calculated, but pretty comparable in a lot of spots and then just dropping off in a few others. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And in the bottom right for the whole game, we've had idle eco stats, build eco, worker efficiency, relics gathered. I can click on this to show other stuff. For example, kill a death count. The only thing that died in that game was 1 villager down here by these houses, and 2 scouts under each player's TC.
That would have been very hard. I'm going to say, if maybe he could have microed that. I'm trying to think of how he could have microed it. That would have been very hard for him in order to. I don't know if he actually could have. There were just way too many archers. So him trying to manage and get some units out to respond to that would have been very hard. I think Seth played that as well as he could.
Yeah. Player cards again on screen now. I think this holds up pretty well. I think Koala is mulling forfeiting. Yes, he has just forfeited the set, which fair enough after a game like that.
Whew.
Just sending a few reassuring messages so he doesn't get too unhappy about that. We got our first confirmed King of the Losers bracket member, Koala Kush, coming in, and I think he's gonna have a bit of a better chance there. This game we didn't get to see his his strengths come out to play. We didn't really get to see him play much at all because it happened so fast. So I'd love to see a little bit more from the guy. I think he's got some really interesting strategies, some really good ideas. Just need to be able to apply them. Stream schedule is something new this year also. I think it's going to help out a lot. We're just streaming games every Friday night starting at 7 p.m. All right. We'll see you next time. Have a good week. See you next week on Friday at 7.